What's up, YouTube? I'm doing the front strut assembly on a Jeep Compass, and I'm pretty much just gonna show. It's only a few bolts to remove and you get the unit out, so I'm just gonna show a quick video on that. Not really gonna do much talking. I'm a little under the weather right now, so the voice is not doing great. We gotta start off by removing these bolts. Have to come off, and you can see it's the two bolts, upper and lower, that holds the strut to the knuckle assembly. We have here the brake line. Gotta remove the bolt and just separate the line. You don't have to disconnect the line or anything. And then there's another one right here, and that's for the sway bar link. And then up top, once you open the hood, there are three bolts that holds the strut mount to the upper portion. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now, to remove the sway bar link, usually there's like a nut in the back of it that you could fit an open end wrench. So when you start removing the nut here, the whole shaft doesn't spin. So in this case, it's 18 millimeter. Got that set on it, you can see. I cracked it loose already, so now I could just take it off just by holding that 18 millimeter open end. What I recommend whenever you're going to remove the sway bar link, always buy a new set, just in case you have to destroy this one to take it off. Sometimes they're rusted, depending on where you live. They're rusted on, you got to cut them off, or you got to put a vice grip in the back of it to hold the shaft from spinning. This one seems to be in good condition still, but I ordered new ones. I'm probably just gonna change it anyway. And the sway bar link is 15 millimeter, by the way. Now I moved to 13 mil for these two. And we just want to make sure they're separated from the strut assembly. Now I move to the two bolts for the lower mount, and it's 21 mil. What I recommend in some cases is to use a marker and mark the top of the bolt in reference with the knuckle, just in case the bolt is if it's one of those shoulder bolts, or not shoulder, but one of those bolts that it has a lobe on it. So instead of it being just round, sometimes it's rounded off, and maybe around halfway through it have a lobe, and that's what helps to adjust the camber. So you just want to mark the bolt, like put a mark right here on the bolt and a mark right here, just so if it has that, when you put it back, you have it pretty much in the same spot you took it off. If not, you could put it back on and not worry about it. So pretty much this is what I do. From the bolt side, I just want to mark it like so, and like that. Not the nut side, you want to do it from the bolt. So if it's an alignment bolt, when I put it back on, I line these two lines up, and it'll be pretty much where I took it off from. Now, before I get a hammer and try to tap this out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a jack under the arm, or if you don't have a jack, you could put a block of wood, just something to hold the arm. I'm gonna loosen the bolts up top, and then I could move these out easy by hand, or just use a hammer and just tap on it gently and it'll come right out. So I gotta remove these 3. I'm gonna take 2 out, but the last one I'm gonna leave maybe halfway threaded in, just so the whole unit don't drop down. You could already see this going down, so that's good. I'll leave just a little bit of thread holding the top, and from here I'm pretty much just gonna show what I'm doing. I might not really be speaking much after this. I'm having a hard time right now even speaking, so got my tea I'm drinking. Got the jack holding it up. It doesn't have a lobe, so this one is fine. And once it's like this, I'll hold it, I'll reach up top and I'll take the other bolt out, and I'll be able to pull the whole unit right out. And just like that, it's out. And you always want to compare the old part with the new part. Make sure everything lines up, everything looks the same. Now putting it back, you just want to put the top in first, catch the bolts. Then we could head down to the bottom, line that up, and I went ahead and put the new sway bar link. And if it seems kind of loose in here, wouldn't worry about it. Once the bolt goes in and you tighten it up, it actually squeezes together. To get my holes to line up, I'm just going to raise my jack a little bit. I think I'm a little high. The lower one is in. Now I'm gonna snug them up, but before I do my final torque, I'm gonna put everything back together, put the sway bar link in. I'm gonna tighten the top bolts, raise the vehicle. I want to raise the arm actually to ride height, or just lift the arm as high as it could go, and then I torque the bolts down in the bottom and the ones on top. And everything is all torqued down. Just Google your torque specs, or check the book and you'll see what the torque specs are if you have a service manual on this. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.